Hi.
Wonderful. Whoopsie. Every single week I do something that doesn't make sense. Welcome, everybody, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 127. Oh boy. Thank you all so much for being here, as always. Corrupt Killa, you were here last week, I think. Says, I need more Witcher 4 news. I need more Witcher news in general. I agree. I 100% agree. Can Ciri be a man with magic? We'll find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Welcome to everybody here. Tegan, Andrew Cullinane, Ion, who's here. You guys are like, who the hell is this? Let me tell you. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you. I promise. Arcane, thank you for being here. Iron Bulls, Drake Williams, American Fury, and Iron Bulls. Love it. Thank you all so much for being here. Please hit the like button. It's free. It helps out a lot. Assassin, my son, might be here today. I don't know. DeMarco is on vacation in Hawaii. He's at a nudist beach. He'll talk all about that next week. Really excited. But guesting with us today is a channel watcher, stalker, and all kinds of things. Ion Storm, thank you so much for being here, bro. From the UK. What do you got there?
Just for you, Red. Just for you.
Dude, is that an original? What is that's the original? Oh my god, that is so fucking cool. So for anyone who doesn't know, Ion and I here are longtime Stalker fans. Finally, I have someone on this channel, on the show that can talk about Stalker. Because every time I bring it up, everyone's like... So that's how that happens usually. But yes, thank you all so much for being... BT Maverick. So if PlayStation had more studio closures and layoffs than Ubisoft, does that make them worse than Ubisoft? Yes. But no one's going to say that. Right? Because it's PlayStation. That's how it happens. Ion, tell everyone who you are, you know, where you came from, tell them about your channel, how you got into gaming, your social security number. Do you have social security numbers in the UK?
No, we have a, what is it? I can't even remember what we call it. Oh, national insurance number.
Okay, fantastic. Anyway, yeah, tell them where you are, who you came from. Well, your mother, I guess. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. Here over the pond in the UK, started my channel, 6 months ago now, and just took inspiration from the likes of you, Mag, Colt. I've originally got into the podcast through Colt Eastwood, Dark Time in My Life. I said it on Madcast ages ago when I guested on his channel, and just took off from there, and I just decided, you know what, let's do it. I used to do blog spots for GameSpot back in the day, and I thought, let's start a channel. Yeah. And here I am. Been gaming since the Atari 2600.
Good lord.
Very long time gaming.
I've been gaming since the Sega, or whatever was earlier, Super Nintendo or Sega. I don't know what came first.
I think it was the Super Nintendo.
There we go. Up. Hey, yep. There we go. Yeah. So what? Tell me, what are some of your favorite games that define you? You don't have to name them all, but just some of your favorites, just so people get a vibe of the type of gamer that you are.
I'm very much a story-driven gamer, so you like your RPG. So if I was to say, obviously Stalker, Assassin's Creed's one of my biggest franchises. I absolutely love it. Not too keen on what they've done lately, but I've got probably 8 or 9 collector's editions. They're actually in a cupboard behind my monitor. They're tucked away, hidden, still in their boxes, never seen the light of day. And the one game that really inspired me, did a video for it on my channel because they're reforging the sequel, which is Broken Sword. So if you remember your old point and click adventure games, that's where I really got into my gaming, was the old story-driven point and clicks.
Okay. Old school.
Oh yes.
I used to do the Flash games before I could afford anything. Go to funnyjunk.com, which I don't know what that website is nowadays, but I remember sitting in computer class and playing all the point-and-click games. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That's where I discovered Star Wars Gangster Rap, if anyone remembers that. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually humbled when it comes to Broken Sword, because obviously the developers is Revolution Studios over in the UK. And I actually know the CEO. I've spoken to him on social media. I've actually got my name in, I think it's the 7th game in the series. My name is in the game's credits for that.
No shit. Hell yeah. That's cool as shit. Just Mr. Storm.
It comes up as Ion, and it has my actual real name on there. So if anyone wants to go fishing for it, they can.
Go through like all 752 people that worked on the game. Like, he's got to be one of these. We'll find him. That is so cool, man. That is so cool.
Yeah, it'd be in the backer section and about 7-8 minutes into the credits, because that credits is really, really long.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It inspired my son. I put my son in front of Broken Sword, and it took him away from the likes of Fortnite and Roblox. So he was over the moon.
Oh my god, got to get these kids away from Roblox. That's terrifying right now. What's happening with that? Oh, I can't. No, I only have fur children. I have dogs and cats and stuff like that. I can't imagine having to take my dog away from Roblox and having to be subjected.
It's when you have that lovely conversation and you walk up, go, "Can I have some Robux, please?" And you're like, "No."
You're like, no. Do I look like I'm made? Yeah, I'm not made of Robux or whatever they're called. Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for being here. Again, please hit the like button. We're going to get into Battlefield 6, Battle Royale, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Halo stuff. But yeah, share us out if you're on Twitter. But at least hit the like button. And shout out to all the channel members that are here. I see American Fury. I don't have the list, but if you want to become a channel member, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. Help support the channel. For people's lunch money that gets stolen every day, just like Assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you, man? What you been into? What you been playing? How are you? And what you been playing? How are you?
Yeah, you asked that question like 3 times each, but I've been good. Some personal issues have came up over the weekend, so haven't really had much time for gaming. When I have been, though, Ninja Gaiden 4, man. That fast-paced action hack and slash is what exactly I needed. I've just been brutalizing as many enemies as I could, obliterating everybody that I can see and that I can get close to. It's a lot of fun, man. It's just mindless fun. It's kind of like Doom in that way. I guess that's how the current Ninja Gaiden games have always been. I know it used to be 2D, which I think Ragebound actually came out earlier this year, so that's another Ninja Gaiden game I need to try. But NG4, absolutely loving that. Really want to go back to... I want to try and finish it later this week, so I can go back to Ghost of Yotei and finish that story. Maybe not, because The Outer Worlds 2 is also calling my name as well.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Nice, man. Well, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm so sorry. Ion, tell us what you've been playing.
Bloodlines 2.
That's it. You've just been, dude. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about that. We're absolutely gonna talk about that. I too have been sinking, as you've been saying, sinking my teeth into Bloodlines 2, and I have so many thoughts overall. I don't want to get into it just yet, but been playing that. Anyone in chat, have you guys had a chance to play the Battle Royale for Battlefield yet? Because I've been playing it today. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. It feels right for a Battle Royale. It's like when Warzone came out for Call of Duty, I was like, this is it. This is the best Battle Royale. And then Battlefield's like, hold my Battlefield beer. And it's really good. It's really good. And it's super seamless. The thing I'm most impressed about with Battlefield 6 overall is just the performance in general. Just like the servers are great. There's no wait time anymore. Like they're never like really. I never dealt with all the wait times. I never dealt with that. Like I never dealt with any of the. I'm having to wait for like half an hour. I feel like people were waiting for a solid 32 seconds, and they're like, oh, "Let me take a screenshot of this and post it on Twitter." Oh shit, the game's starting, and then no one ever actually had to sit for too long. But anyway, that's what I've been playing as well. I'm getting closer to my 100% playthrough of Stalker Clear Sky because I'm going through the entire original trilogy. I want to 100% all of that, get all the achievements, and it's a lot.
That's in the cupboard. That's in the cupboard as well.
Is it in the yeah? I should have known. I should have known. You probably have like a full on like life-size figure of the marked one of no, you don't. Okay,
I don't.
Okay.
No.
That would be great. I would love that. Thank you so much, Cypher, for the $2 super chat. Or $2 euro. Thank you so much. Says here's a beer, a $2 beer. What kind of $2 beer? Assassin, what $2 beers can you think of?
I don't know. I don't drink beer. It's disgusting.
You're disgusting. I think like an ice house, right? An ice house, a PBR.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Heineken is a Heineken a $2 a piece? It should be. Heineken's my favorite. It's my favorite. Speaking of
Not
drink, I actually forgot my drink in the. I can't even imagine. Steel Reserve. Oh God, that is awful. I got so sick drinking Steel Reserve like years ago, like 10 some years ago. I think I just had like 2 of them, and I was the sickest. It was awful. But yeah, King Cobra. I don't know what that is. Jeremy Dalsred says, I watch some Canadian YouTubers. Arcane, I live in Lewiston right now. Okay. Fantastic. Barry Donnellan, hey man, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Fuzzy Tomato. Ninja Gaiden is awesome. I love that. Let's see. Cypher says, yeah, played it a lot today, but also had the chance to play test it in alpha. Oh, really? Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump back in that as soon as I can because it's so fun. It's so fun, and like whenever you die, you're just like, I don't care, whatever. Assassin, have you had a chance? You're not getting Bloodlines 2, are you?
I told you I wasn't. I told you that I had too much on my plate as it is, so I can't really. I'm playing as many games as I can. Just.
Oh. I know. I feel your pain.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like I told Red this like a week or 2 ago, but me and Arcane, we're actually getting Borderlands 4. Actually, I picked up Borderlands 4 a few days ago. It was $40 because physical forever, and it's better and it's cheaper. But I digress. So I picked that up. I also picked up Ghost Runner as well. But, me and Arcane, we talked about playing Borderlands 4 later this year. Probably November, December. So, yeah, not that much time for gaming other than the games that I've already got, so...
Yeah, I'm the same. I've got a back catalogue as long as my arm. I've got Alan Wake 2 sitting there, not started it, bought it on sale. I'm sitting
It's
on
a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. You're going to love it.
I completely annihilated Control. Absolutely love that. Played all the DLCs on it. I can't wait to see where it goes with obviously Alan Wake 2. But it's having the time, and then you get these new releases drop, and then the whole Game Pass games dropping. So like that Pacific Drive dropped on Game Pass, and I'm going to be taking a look at that as well. So
it's a very good time to be gaming, no matter what platform you're on.
Yes, exactly. It is. It doesn't matter what plastic box you're on. We're all gamers at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yep. Well, most of us are. There are some Twitter people that don't game at all.
That is true.
That is true. So here's what we're gonna do, Assassin. If you have any questions during this conversation, please in chat. If you do as well, guys, is anyone in chat playing Bloodlines 2 other than me and Ilon? We're longtime fans. We've played the original many times since 2004. I mean, I played it first and like 4 years after, so I played it in like 2008, which is still a very long time ago. But I played it then, and I never beat it. I've just picked it up over the years. But yeah, the original came out in 2004. It's been a long time. But guys, anyone in chat gonna be picking it up? If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's a vampire first-person open-world RPG, and it's beautiful. Light RPG, light. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. So let's let's. I've been hitting the back catalog lately. Fantastic, love it, love it. Okay, so let's do this. Ion, tell me, what's your history with Vampire the Masquerade?
I can't remember what year it was I actually played it. That is in the cupboard as well.
Nice.
It was just one of them. I was going through. My dad was very anti-consoles growing up, so obviously it started on the Atari, but that was my dad's. But he wanted me more into the PC side of things for education. And then I started gaming on it, and I picked up Vampire the Masquerade. I think I picked it up for cheap. I don't think I paid a lot of money for it, and I fell in love with that game from start to finish. The way that it crafted it, as much as it was a buggy mess when it came out, I just fell in love with it. It was one of them diamonds in the rough kind of games. It didn't have a massive fan base at the start, but it grew into something absolutely amazing. And the community have even got their teeth into, pun is intended, they've got their teeth into the sequel.
Yeah, and it definitely took off. See, Game Seeker says yes. I don't know. Yes. Oh, yes. Audio good, or yes, you're gonna get it, or both. But thank you. Audio's good. Thank you. So let's just talk about it. How do you feel? So just for anyone who doesn't know, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is set in a series called World of Darkness. So this includes things like Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Mage, the Ascension, Hunter, the Reckoning, and then Vampire the Masquerade, and so on and so forth. It's all set in the World of Darkness. It is like it's such an interesting world because it sort of has everything in it, but it's the thing that makes it really interesting is that it's set in modern day, like all of it's set in modern day. And so the masquerade part of the vampires, the masquerade is sort of like the rule that you have to follow. So you're a vampire and you live amongst mortals, but you have to follow the masquerade rules, which means you can't say that you're a vampire. You can't, and if you do, then the vampire executives up top will fucking kill you. It's way more. That's just like kind of streamlining it. Anyway, so Bloodlines 2 came out. It's not made by the same people. It is very different. But just give me your raw thoughts on it. How many hours do you have in it, and what do you think? How do you feel about it?
I've got 29 hours into it already.
Nice.
I think, considering the way that the game's been handled in 20 years, and the Chinese room were giving this game with like I think is it a 2-year development cycle, they have done an absolutely cracking job with it. Yeah, it's not a massive open RPG like Stalker or the original. They've done an amazing job. The side missions, they're a bit hit and miss, but overall, I think they've done an absolutely amazing job with it. You feel like a vampire when you're playing it. It's brilliant.
The power fantasy is dude, it's so good. I did not expect, and I feel like, and we'll talk about the performance issues. BT Maverick, do you recommend most people to visit Vampire 2 in a year or so after all the fans? Honestly, if you're not a fan, yes, I would say give it like a few months. I wouldn't say wait a whole year, but I would definitely say wait a few months because I am someone who notoriously loves to play in quality mode, which means I love 30 FPS.
Oh,
this mode,
hard on Xbox.
Oh my god! And Assassin, you know me, I never complain about 30 FPS. This is like 30.2. It's so bad because the fucking stutters. We're always bitching and complaining about UE5 stutters, and I always hear about it, especially on PC. This is the first time that I went. This is absolutely unbearable. I have never, and I'm like, now I get it. Now I'm officially seeing it. So I had to put it on performance mode, and even on performance mode, there are like some stutters, but it's not nearly as bad.
It is so it's nowhere near optimized enough.
It's so rough. It's super rough.
The actual quality mode actually made me feel sick. It was horrible.
It's like it's so bad. It's like, dude, this is
it's
rough.
like when you punch somebody and they literally go in, you can see it frame by frame as they're going towards the wall, and you're like, oh, that's bad.
It's not
really
good,
bad.
man. And I'm one of those people, like, I'm just used to 30 frames, like, you know, and 60 FPS feels very like slippery a lot of the times, but it depends on the game. First person games I prefer 60, third person games I prefer 30, but if I can deal with 30, I prefer that just because the better visuals. Yeah. This game needs a lot of work, but again, for people who are wanting to pick it up, performance mode actually is pretty good, but it still needs work. It still needs work, because I'm sure that you're playing on performance mode as well, right? You're not playing on
performance mode on Xbox, and it's the whole transition from outside to inside, and it's just so jarring. It is. It must drop to 20 frames as you're opening the door, and you're just like, oh.
Whenever you walk outside and like you see the snowfleks falling, and then they're like, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Yeah, but other than that, once you do get it depends on what areas that you're in. So let's not get too far off. The performance needs work, but the power fantasy that you get, I'm like, maybe this is why they have so many issues. You can sprint and jump. You sprint so fucking fast, and you jump so far and so fast. You literally feel like an animal. It's incredible. It's one of the best. It's one of like my favorite things about the game. Sprinting up a building.
Have you done the dash and then glide?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, where you do your full-on vampire sprint and then jump, and you're like, holy shit, no wonder the performance sucks in this game, because you're like rendering everything at like 300 miles an hour in midair. It's insane. It's insane. And that is the best part about the game so far, for me, is just the like you feel like like you said, like you feel like a powerful vampire. Well,
it's like I got my missus to play it because she's off work at the moment, so she was like, oh, what are you playing? So I said, I showed her what it was, and she's been playing, because obviously the room I record all my videos from the channel is actually my son's bedroom, because he doesn't live with me, so I've got my second screen's his 45-inch TV, but she's been playing up here. She came down, and obviously I'm playing as a Tremere, and she was like, what are you doing? And I'm there, possess the guy, make his blood boil, and then just make him scream when he's got all his mates around him, and it's just this explosion of blood. And she's like, I didn't know you could do that. Like, you're a vampire. You're not. It's not a walking simulator.
Right, exactly. You're not just like biting people and like hissing at people the whole time. Like, it is like full on. One of the most impressive things about this game, one thing I didn't realize, because I'm Banu Hakim, because I'm like, I want to go full stealth, like full on, and you can't play as Banu Hakim in the first Vampire the Masquerade. I think you're limited to a couple other ones, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize Banu Hakim was going to be in this. So it's essentially like the assassin class. But what I didn't realize, and you might have been surprised by this too, is like you get like 4 hours into the game, and it's like, no, you can have all the abilities because you're powerful enough. And I didn't realize that. I was like, oh shit! So you're not just like stuck with these 5 abilities the entire game. I think that's
where I actually like the way Chinese Room have done it, and you're not playing as a kindred again. You're not playing as a baby vampire just been turned and working your way up. They are literally, they've just got this power fantasy. Here you go, you're an elder vampire. Have fun with that. Just like, you kind of, annoying part is they should have put a radio menu in it for changing them powers out, because having to pause it to go into the menu to change the power out, that is a pain. They did not think that through. So that's one gripe that I have with it. Story-wise, they've nailed it.
So that's the thing. And Game Seeker says, how are the graphics in combat? The graphics are incredible. It has this like neo noir type vibe to it. It's the best way that I can describe it. So everything is very like neon lights contrasted with like dark gothic vibes. So it's got like the cyberpunk meets Castlevania type vibe to it. It's such a beautiful game. Like, and again, the game's like 25 gigs or something like that. It's not a big game at all, which really surprised me.
Is Game Seeker, have you played RoboCop? Because if you have, it is technically, they have almost cut and pasted the way that they've built the world from RoboCop, because it's like a mini hub world, and you're just moving around from side mission to main mission, and you've got
Is that
interior. It's very
That's how
much like
RoboCop is?
Yeah.
Bro, so I was waiting. So in 2 days, the physical Steelbook edition comes out for RoboCop, and I've been waiting for that. So I'm gonna get it if they show me where the fuck to buy it. But I didn't know that it was like open world. That's really cool. I've been waiting to play RoboCop.
RoboCop's like this. They drop you into like the only way to for an RPG fan, the way to look at it is like this is very much almost like a mini version of Deus Ex.
Yeah.
They drop you into that little hub world, and you've got all the missions in that hub. And all Chinese Room have done have just dropped you into a hub world. You've got loads of little locations you can go into and interact with. Yeah, it's not as in depth as I personally would have liked it, but they're telling such a good story, and I'm hooked. It's got its teeth into me. I want to see what happens next.
I do too. Yeah.
And the fact of, I checked the achievements list out, they're actually making you play through as all the clans.
They are.
The majority of them have got achievements in, so you have to do a full. So I don't know games I'm going to be playing.
Yeah, bro. So did you know this? If you play and beat as each clan, you might have seen this already. Where every time that you beat the game as a different clan, it will reward you in your apartment that needs to be cleaned, by the way, with a new neon sign on the wall. And I was like, that's so cool. I love that. But let us clean the fucking apartment with the dead cat and shit laying there. I'm like, God, Jesus Christ. I know I'm a vampire, but I can smell too. It stinks in here. It stinks.
Have you seen any of the social media stuff going on, like with the Masquerade? Like I follow them on Facebook, their group, and everyone's they've stolen the assets from Hardsuit Labs. No, they haven't stolen anything. Paradox just went, there you go, make something with that.
I haven't seen that. So who is?
If you go onto YouTube, it's been doing the rounds since the game released, and it's the tech demo for Bloodlines 2 when Hardsuit Labs had it.
Okay.
The apartment is exactly the same.
The exactly the same as what apartment?
The apartment in Bloodlines 2 that we've got now, and the tech demo that Hardsuit Labs put out, which was their trailer, is exactly the same as what we've got.
Okay, I see. Well, what's wrong with that?
Massive. You know how you've got the ultimate fanboys at the moment who are completely disliking this game because it's not an RPG in any way, shape, or form compared to the original. It is getting slated. It is literally getting slated by the fanboys. It's
right. Yeah.
For me, grateful. 20 years in the making, we've got this. What I don't know. I don't understand why people have to be like that. It's become quite toxic.
Yeah.
And if you want a sequel to this one, and I'm not being horrible, with what they've done with it, you imagine what they could do with more time.
Or bigger budget, more support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
2 years to make it. But for what we've got, the combat, it works. The block mechanics,
that's the one thing, dude. That's the one thing, because you're like, okay, I'm gonna like dodge, and then I'm gonna go right back in for a punch, and they're like, no, got you. And you're like, what the fuck? I shouldn't be getting hit this much as a vampire. I totally agree with you. It definitely needs balance.
The parry system is to dash into them. You're like, that
really?
Compute with the way. Yeah, if you want to if they just as they're about to hit your dash towards them, and it'll parry the attack.
I didn't even know
that's
that.
complete. It's completely doesn't work. You're like,
your brain is like,
you're doing this on the pad. You're just like, no, it doesn't work.
Right.
They should have done it. They should have thought that combat, you could tell, was like a last minute thing that they threw in. They kind of like, oh, what's going to work? That'll work. There we go.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that. But the actual hunting people in it is absolutely walking up, and some of the stuff they come out with can't be repeated. It's quite eye-opening about.
It is.
I mean, don't like
we
fighting
can say
in a certain position.
Yeah, I mean, dude, one of the again, like we're talking about the power fantasy of this game, but whenever combat works, that is where you get it. And one of my favorite things is taking out the big dudes, because of course in chat, you know, in games you have the regular enemies, ranged enemies, and then you have your bigger dudes. Whenever you take out your bigger dudes, your dude will like kick their knee out from under them, like bite their throat out, suck all their blood, and then they like hiss in their face like "fuck you," and then they're just like "Ugh," and they just like cut their head off with their hand like a karate chop. It is so awesome. Like the karate chop.
Used it as a weapon.
I have not.
You
I have
can
not.
pick the heads up. Yeah, you can pick the heads up with telekinesis and throw it at their enemy.
I figured that was a thing. Yeah, I think. Well, no, wait. I did pick one up, and I was like, oh, ooh, but I didn't. I haven't like used it in combat yet. I've only used like a shotgun one time. There's in the beginning of the game, you go into a bar, like the very beginning of the game. There's the bar scene where you go in there and you you fuck all those dudes up. And there's a shotgun behind the bar. I know my camera froze. There's a shotgun behind the bar, and I died the first time, and then noticed the shotgun at the very last minute, and I was like, "Hang on, let me try this differently." So the second time around, I went in with the shotgun and just screwed everyone up. It was amazing. Like in the first game, you can use range weapons. They're actually in your hand, but it's so cool to like levitate weapons and fire them. It's like firearms. It's so cool to do that. And let me fix my camera.
I think that it just nails everything compared to, say, the Werewolf the Apocalypse game that they brought out. That was just a complete waste of the license. I think they could have done a lot more.
Yeah. It was.
But what do you think of Fabian's sections?
Oh man, yeah. So that's the thing. Assassin, do you have any questions? Assassin was found dead in his bed that day. No one really knows what happened to him. So Fabian, Fabian is. Oh, okay. Oh God, come on! Don't you want to be a vampire?
No, it's just. Sorry, I'm dealing with stuff behind the scenes right now. I don't have any questions.
Man. You're good, bro. Fabian, so for everyone in chat, Fabian is essentially your Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk. He lives in your head. It's essentially the exact same thing. However, and I talked to you about this behind the scenes, Fabian won't shut the fuck up. And the thing is, I like him as a kid. You mentioned that he sounds like Ryan Reynolds sometimes. He has the delivery of Ryan Reynolds 100%, and I totally agree with you on that. And I like Fabian as a character. The issue that I have is, like, for example, in Cyberpunk 2077, you could go for 10 hours and play, and you don't hear a peep from Johnny Silverhand. My issue is that you're in the middle of dialogue talking, like you're talking to Muldoon, and he's like, do you have a problem with me? And then Fabian's like, did this guy just fall off his rocker? And you're like, shut up! I'm talking. You're in the middle of dialogue and you won't shut the fuck up. But like, other than that, because the reason that I have an issue with it is because, and again, this game is not a full-on RPG. But I would say that for the role-playing aspect, you want to feel like you're your own person, and having someone talking to you in your head the entire time, especially being an elder, that's the issue where I'm like, I kind of want to be my own dude, you know, and have Fabian pop up every now and then and sort of give me hints as to where to go and whatnot. And I will not spoil. One of the coolest twists is how Fabian and the elder are connected. That was the coolest twist. I was like, oh, okay. As soon as it started happening, I was like, oh shit, this is such a cool twist. Such a cool twist.
Did you hear the one-liner that Fabian does not long after you start playing as Fire, and he's there absolutely ripping Twilight?
No, really? Like the series Twilight?
Yeah. He actually I think you can ask Fabian a question at the start. He's asking about what vampires are like in the modern day, and he goes, "Oh yeah, well, they're kind of a little bit disjoint because they're like, oh, these sparkly vampires or something along them lines." And I'm just like, yes.
That's so funny. I did not catch that at all. But no, and Another thing that I notoriously don't like in video games is whenever they split you between two characters. The exception, I think, the way that they nailed it really well in video games is like Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2, it served the story where you play as Saga Anderson and then you play as Alan Wake, and it actually served the two narratives because you're sort of taking a break from different styles of gameplay. And so far, I've only played as Fabian once, and it takes place through flashbacks, and it's really interesting. It's just that I'm like, it's really long in the tooth. I'm like, okay, I get it, and we're detectiving. I'm sort of done with this now. Let's move on. And then whenever it's done, you're back to playing as the Nomad, and you're like, okay, now I'm back. Now I'm actually playing the game again.
I think
but
the
other than
Fabian
that,
sections were where Chinese Room have put their mark on the game. Because have you played Still Wakes the Deep?
I started playing Still Wakes the Deep whenever it first came out, and I can definitely see like the slow-paced investigating what's going on type stuff. Yeah, I put like an hour into that game.
I think that's where they were like, that. This is where we're going to tell the story, and we're going to put our stamp on it. This is what we're known for, and then you kind of get the Fire side of it, where you could tell that it's not their sandbox to play in. They've got a lot to learn on that front, and I can't remember how many people are in the Chinese, because obviously they've gone independent now. They're no longer part of Paradox. I think there's about 40 people that work at the studio.
Yeah,
so
it's a very small team.
For what we've got, obviously I'm going to be doing a review for the game, and unless something happens later into the story that really jolts me, it's going to score quite high.
I'm the exact same way, and one of the best things, here's something that I really wanted to talk about in regards to this game. And shout out to everyone here. We got 30 people in chat. Please hit the like button. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you all to the channel members for making the show possible. I'm going to burp. Thank you. Dion78, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. BT Maverick says, I want to see the Chinese Room do a Werewolf in London game. Yeah, like he said, and I'm sure you played and beat Werewolf the Apocalypse, as did I, because, again, big World of Darkness fan, and I really loved it for what it was.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? So I liked it for what it was because it felt like, it reminded me of the old days, I guess. It reminded me of, like, the 360 days where if Werewolf the Apocalypse had came out in the 360 days, we would have been begging for a remaster. It would have been that type of game. Like right now, we would have like, give us a remaster of that game. But for the way that it released in 2016, something like that, the story was weird. It didn't really deliver. I liked the idea of it, but yeah, I would love to see another Werewolf Apocalypse game, and I'm sure that we'll get another one.
I do think that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Matt's one of my subs. I got him to come over to the channel, and
thank you so much.
He should have hit the subscribe button. I actually worked with him, so yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
Another one to the. But no, I think with what we've had in the World of Darkness games, not obviously the tabletop's a whole different kettle of fish. I think it's a wasted franchise. I think it's never been used to its full potential.
Yeah, 100%.
And to be honest, I think Paradox should just give it to somebody else and see what they can do with it, because they're not putting any effort into these games now. They've kind of gone, we'll cash cow on it, because that's the other big gripe that people have had with this sequel is it's not Bloodlines 2. They could have called it, say, Nomad's Prophecy or something, and had it as a standalone game,
like The Elder or whatever.
Yeah. I can understand where they're coming from there, because it's not like the original in any way, shape, or form. Right. I used to get lost in that first game. I'd get lost in the side quests before I'd even got to the main stuff.
Yes, that was the best.
Well written.
Yep.
It's like, they've taken out all that lock picking and all that. You could just wander off in the original game and just get lost and go, oh, I found a side mission. And it kind of, even back then, the game was more fluid than some of the RPGs we've got now. It was so organic for such a small little hub world. they crammed so much in it, and that's why I compared it to Deus Ex, because then Deus Ex games, then especially the more modern of the two, that was how I felt with them. You just got lost in the world. You just randomly found a side mission or a building to explore. This, yeah, it's, as I said at the start, it's a light RPG. You've character customization in it is, I don't even know what they were thinking there. I know they are patching in facial
Beards.
hair.
Yeah.
But why wasn't that in at launch? Yeah,
It's weird.
It needs more customization, even to the point of changing the color of the outfits, because I'm not being horrible, some of them are absolutely rubbish. You just wouldn't be walking around in modern day wearing it. It's like, which one is it? I don't know if you, because I don't know how many of the outfits you've unlocked in the game. There's
4.
a couple of them. I've actually got the achievement for, I think it's 12. So I've got 12. Yeah, I've been hammering this game. But some of the outfits, you just go, no.
Yeah.
Who thought that would be? I know that in the tabletop they don't differentiate between male and female. It's very cookie cutter. The female is vice versa.
Right.
And they've done the same with the outfits. When you start unlocking some of them, Red, I'm not being horrible, you're going to go, no.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around. I don't want to see that in a cutscene.
Right.
It's just like, no. It's like the campest vampire elder you could ever find wearing a pair of new rock boots and a pair of skinny jeans, and you're just like, no.
Right. And I'm wearing the Banu Hakim outfit still because it fits. It fits. Like I have, because what I like to do in video games, because I'm a psychopath, whenever especially role-playing games, I like to have my character like evolve in some way aesthetically. So what I've been doing is I stayed as the first outfit, and then I had my hair like really long, and then I added like the eyeshadow, because the eyeshadow actually doesn't look like eyeshadow. It looks like looks like it fits, really, like you're a vampire. Like you have like darkened eye sockets. I'm like, let me just add that in there, and then I got my eye color, which looks so cool. And we can talk about that too. Like the dialogue camera, I think is incredible. And then eventually, as I play the game, I'll start to like, let me just trim their hair back, trim their beard, give them a different outfit. So I do that like as I play along. In the first Bloodlines, I loved it. It was sort of the same way. Like as you did things in the world, you unlocked different outfits. And that's how they kind of have done this here too, but more customization, the better. And I hope that they continue to evolve the world.
I think it's something they'll patch in. I think they're going to listen to the fans, and all the hate that Chinese Room's getting at the moment with regards to it. I think they are going to really support this and push to give the fans what they want.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not going to get a full-blown RPG. They're giving us these extra missions next year. I didn't actually purchase the premium edition, which comes with everything. I just bought the standard base game, because the way that I looked at it was they're not out till next year, so I'm going to be shelling out what over here it was like £75 for the game. And I thought, why am I paying £75 for something I can't use until the third quarter of next year? It's like, no. So that's something I'll look at later down the line. But they've got this like canvas now that they can just drop DLC whenever they choose. You could add so many story missions to this game. It's unreal.
Yeah. And
they're just got to optimize it.
Yeah, the optimization is really the biggest issue. And again, if it's bothering me as someone who prefers quality mode in games, you have a problem. You got a problem. I'm going to do this the whole time because that's all that I've been doing in Bloodlines, just fucking cutting the heads off. So one of the things...
if you play as your Tremere, he walks around like that.
That's what I was gonna say. You're constantly going like this, just fucking. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, because Banu Hakim, you're walking around like this. You're clawing people all the time. It's so. I love that they did that. By the way,
just walking around, you come out of combat and you're just like holding guns like that.
Yeah, just like with the guns. Yeah, it's so cool. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, depending on the clan that you choose whenever you start the game, your stance will be totally different. So like if you play as a Bruja, who are mainly they're just tanks, they're just beasts, they will literally just be like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Banu Hakim are like assassins, And so they have like their claws out. They're very like, clawy, which is what I like. You're a vampire. Tremere are more like mage vampires.
Yeah,
so
it's
like
all this.
it's like they use like their hands and like they throw their fingers up to use them like as blood guns or whatever.
The coolest part of Tremere is when they're doing the blood curse and they're making the blood boil, and you can just tell that behind that camera, you're looking, it's just like this.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're like turning in the blood boil. Because I've seen the trailer for that, and it's so cool. The magic in this game is amazing. It's so cool. And you can do things like you can in Cyberpunk, where you can tell the enemy to like make themselves not alive anymore. And I don't want to get demonetized.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And they will literally just take their head and just crack around. Just like, Jesus Christ, it's so brutal. And there's so many different things, but like the blood boil, it literally, you make their blood boil and they'll run around screaming, and everyone's like, what's wrong? And then you can trigger it again, and then they'll explode. And it's so cool. And the game is getting so much hate,
I sat there about 2 hours before the show, and my missus is watching me, and she's like, oh yeah, I did this bit about an hour ago. It's really hard. There's like loads of enemies, and I just stood up on this ledge, and I'm there doing this. She goes, what are you doing? And then I did the scream, boom.
Right, and she's like, well, I learned something today. Yeah.
She's that, you could just tell she was sat there going, smashing the hell out the buttons on the pad.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm gonna kill them all, and I just literally just breezed through. What was that?
And Assassin, you said that you were questioning. You shared a clip of a certain character in the game, right? And you're like, is the dialogue always this cringy? Do you remember that? Assassin died that day. All right. Anyway, I think so. I think Assassin
Tolly,
shared.
was it?
It was 100% Tolly. Yeah. And so whenever I play, because I saw also in our group chat, someone shared a clip of Tolly. And we've seen him. I've never heard him. So there's
the campest vampire you could get.
It is so typically. Now I'm someone who absolutely. You guys have heard me talk about Veilguard, Dragon Age Veilguard. The dialogue in that game is horrible most of the time. Sometimes it's really great, but then it takes a total left turn. It just takes you right out of the fucking game with this terrible delivery of dialogue. Now, there's a vampire, there's a Nosferatu in the game called Tali, and he's like this disfigured vampire, has no hair, and then he talks, and he's like, how's everybody doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, what are we going to do with you today? Oh my God. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, no, we're not doing this right now. But, for some reason, it works, and I'm talking like 20 minutes like after I'd spoken to him like the second time around, I was like, he's actually kind of it kind of fucking works, especially in the world of darkness.
He gets worse the later in the game you get. Some of the stuff he comes out with, you just like, hats off to the writers for doing this. It ain't no snowflakes game. Right,
because like he like, I guess like for how, and if you played the first game, it is, you have so many uncomfortable characters. Like the guy in the adult film shop in the first game, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on, man? I got some if you're into the weird shit," and you're like, "I know what you're talking about. I'm about to fucking kill you right now," and I did kill that guy, but you know what he's talking about. And so then you have a character like Tolly, and he's like, "How's it going, big boy?" And you're like, "Oh my fucking God." Fuck you, I don't like you, but you're entertaining, and that's somehow it works. Like somehow it works.
You can just see where that British humor just slipped straight into the game when they were doing the writing.
I totally 100%. So there is the one thing that I thought I was gonna have an issue with. BT Maverick, can you go full David Bowie Labyrinth look for vampire? Yeah.
Hey, Red.
Actually, kind of. Yes.
There is an outfit on there that, especially on the Tremere clan, there's definitely an outfit you can David Bowie, the Living Daylights out
of. Assassin, you good? Do you have to jump out? Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. We're gonna continue on. He's got some stuff going on. I think his toilet is overflowing or something. But yeah, there are some really good outfits that you can.
He's gone off to buy Bloodlines.
That's what it is. He's like, fuck it. That's all I needed to hear. I'm done. I'm out. As soon as he heard us explain Tolly, he's like, got you. Done. But anyway, yes. But so one of the things that I really love about the game, the thing that they've nailed so far, because I had an issue with, honestly, I have an issue in general with RPGs that are strictly first person. I don't have an issue with first person games at all, but whenever we're talking about an RPG, I want to see my character, I want to see them talk, I want to see them move around. And they've done that with this. And so not only do you have a third person dialogue camera, that you have like if for anyone who loves The Witcher in chat, and if anyone doesn't love The Witcher in chat, just unsubscribe immediately. I'm just kidding. But it does this thing where it's not just your character's face and then the person that you're talking to's face back and forth. It shows the environment. It has different angles. It does exactly what The Witcher 3 does so well. Pulls back the camera, shows the environments, switches back to Geralt, switches back to the character. And the lighting is incredible. So the first time that you talk to, I wish I could bring up a screenshot to show you guys this. It's whenever you're talking to Benny Muldoon, the sheriff, and you're standing in front of this red neon sign. So it's actually the thumbnail. That character, which I love him so much. And it has like this profile shot of him whenever he's talking to you, and then it switches to your character and the light coming from the side. And I love the voice actor. I'm playing as a male, so I can't speak on the female, but I love the male voice actor for your character, and you can kind of hear him pick up in different other characters that he's voicing as well. Like I think he's voicing Gideon, which is Fabian's sire. But anyway, he's so cool, and I chose
Fabian. Speaking about voice acting, the guy that voices Fabian, I honest to God reckon he does all of, when you can interact with, because obviously he plays a little bit different as Fabian. When you're like getting like the telephone to talk or something like that, when you're talking to an inanimate object, he does he's talking to himself.
Oh, right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and he's who is the other character in the he's in by the way, just like in the original Vampire the Masquerade, the radio. I heard his voice actor as a caller in the radio calling in. So for anyone who doesn't know, it's in Bloodlines there is a radio talk show, and there's always like a woman being like, "Hey there, caller, like what do you got for us today?" And then someone will call in and be like, "Hi, my wife left me." And it's just like this whole insane, just like in-universe radio station. But I heard him in that.
Yeah. What did you think of every Hitman fan's dark fantasy of Diana
Burnwood? Yes, she's so good, man. She is so good. So yeah, if you guys have played the Hitman series, the voice actress for Diana Burnwood is just playing Diana Burnwood essentially as a vampire in this game, but she's not British, but she is another redhead. So it works. And she's so good, man. She just nails it. And one of the things that I love about, because we're talking about how like it doesn't feel like an RPG, but there are RPG aspects to it, to where I love how, for example, I said something to Ryong, who I said something to, I don't want to spoil too much, but I said something to one of the princes that I met, and I was like, you're kind of full of yourself, or you're kind of, don't flatter yourself or whatever. And like she was, and it was like, she didn't like that, you see it like in the Walking Dead Telltale series, they will remember this. But then the very next line is me saying like, so do we have an agreement? And she's like, after what you just said to me, no. And I'm like, oh shit, that's where the RPG elements come in, where the choice and consequence.
They've done a good job of that, because I think, I'm not going to spoil that because I'm quite far into the game at the moment. But
yes, thank you.
Get to a certain point and you have 3 of the characters, I'm not going to name who, and you can affect all 3 of them at the same time, and it ultimately does affect the story going forward. And I'm just like, this is where they've done it. You
can't just like select whatever dialogue. You have to really think about it. And what I love is that they didn't put those silly little icons next to dialogue to like let you know, like, this is gonna be mean, and this is gonna be sad, and this is gonna be sarcastic, and this is gonna be, whatever. You just read into it, and if you say it, it's
I think that's where we're gonna get the replay value for this game.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Other than the clans, now that we've got all 6, and they kind of have all that drama with them deciding that they're going to put them in the game at launch.
Yeah.
I think you have got a lot of replayability with this game, and it's Vampire the Masquerade. I'd fall in love with it.
Did you lose your shit and get emotional like I did when you walk out of the for the first time? You walk out into the open world, and the fucking Vampire the Masquerade, the Masquerade from the first game, that music plays, and I was like, oh my god! They started playing it. The I was like, oh my god!
The soundtrack in this game is brilliant. The guys have done an amazing job with it. It's a shame the game's getting so much hate.
That's
really
the thing.
Is a shame.
The biggest thing about Vampire the Masquerade, the one, is that it has such a vibe because it came out during the time like the Blade movies, the late '90s movies were coming out, and it had like this. You knew what time frame it was from because of the tone in the music. And the first game did that so well, and I'm so glad that they didn't say like, well, it's 2025, it's 20 years later, let's change up the music. No, that's what made it special, and they just did that. And in your apartment, you can change the music in your jukebox, and it's all the same type of music all over again. It's so good. Like they nailed the vibe so much with this game, regardless of performance. And dude, this pissed me off so much. I saw a review from it might have been IGN or someone that was like, and one of the things I wish that there were collectibles in the game. There was no collectibles in the game. Like, what the fuck are you doing? There are like 95 collectibles in the game. It literally says it. As soon as you open up the map, it says 30 collectibles, 9 collectibles with the daggers, and then 25 of the other weird things. I'm like, this pisses me off so much.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the cameras, and they come in very later in the game.
I was wondering when that was going to happen. I was like, where the fuck are the cameras?
They tie into a side mission, so I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, let's just say it goes from crazy to turn it up to 11 crazy once you get about halfway in, and you're just like,
I'm wondering.
One of the things, let's just say the map gets a little bit more chaotic.
See, I have a theory of what's going to happen because I'm a nerd with the lore, but I don't want to say it because I can read faces. So I'm not even going to say it out loud because you're going to make a face, and I'm going to be like, it is, isn't it? Here. How about this? I'm gonna say a theory. You don't make an expression. I think it has something to do with hunters. That's all I'm thinking. See, you raised your eyes. Oh, what's? Yeah. Oh no. Okay. We'll find out. Stay tuned on the next. Yeah. But anyway, shout out to Assassin. I hope he's okay. I know he's got something going on. So thoughts and prayers to him. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. But yeah, I'm sorry for whatever's happening. And thank you guys again so much for being here. We've been talking about Masquerade the entire time, which is fine. It's fine. Yeah. And we'll see.
Go and buy it if you like. The only way to describe this game really is it's basic fun.
It is.
Combat's basic. It's just purely basic. It's all about fun, and it's telling a really, really good story.
Yeah,
and not everyone's going to enjoy the Fabian side. The way that I tried to explain to my my other half was the Fabian bits to me are like LA Noire.
Yeah, 100%.
It's got that vibe to it. So I like the way that it kind of jumps between. You've got this like vampire power fantasy, and then you've got this detective walking sim that's been bolted into the middle of the game. So it breaks up that tension because, as I said, I'm not going to spoil it, but it gets a bit chaotic, and you need that break just to level you off a little bit.
And I did feel that, like, because I did mention, like, whenever I played as Fabian, I was like, I'm doing this detective thing, and I think it might have been like, so what I've been doing with the game is I've been picking it up and putting it down because I'm like processing. I told you I actually played it the first night, and I was so overwhelmed by the hype. I've been waiting 175 years for this game that the next day I was like, I need to restart because I don't remember shit. I am like so just like, so I restarted. And then I played for like another few hours, and then I put it down, I played another game, played Stalker, played, whatever, just to like cleanse my palate. And then I picked it up one day. I was like, oh, I actually have like, I'm done with work. I can actually just jump straight into the game. So I started playing it, and I realized I'm really feeling it right now. And then the very next mission was Fabian. I'm like, fuck, man, just want to fucking play it again. But so I think I was just not like ready to go really slow. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was maybe like 25-minute quest or something whenever you investigate that first incident that happens. And it's really cool what's happening. I'm really interested to see what's going on. Again, I have another theory. I'm like, is it a werewolf? I don't know what's going on. But so there's a lot. I'm like, this would have been way different.
There is a bit at the beginning that actually, when you're speaking to Lou, you obviously, I don't know how far you're in, but you will find out about the werewolves from her. There's also a collectible, because all the collectibles are tied into the codex, so it tells a story through that as well. The other thing you need to look out for with the collectibles, especially when you're walking around as Fire, is the newspaper dispensers.
Oh, okay.
Every time you finish a chapter or a section with Fire or a section with, well, maybe not the Fabian parts, but when you finish with Fire,
like in the first game,
it updates the newspaper.
Dude, remember in the first game where you'll come back to your apartment and they'll be like, in news today there was an attack on the blah blah blah, and you're like, that was me. That was me. That's so cool that they brought that back. See, why are people shitting on game? Dude, this is the reason why I don't hate. I prefer to stay away from reviews in general, because you can review and look, and if people have a trusted source, whether it's IGN or ACG, I love ACG, or whoever, that's fine if you want to save money because you feel like your views and your the things that you like align with those people. That's great, especially if you're wanting to save money. Yeah. But if you're looking at an RPG or a shooter and you're like, I'm gonna 100% like this, just buy it, man. Like, if you think you're gonna like it, just buy it. Because 9 times out of 10, whenever if I ever watch a review, and all the shit that I saw people saying about Bloodlines 2, it's not an RPG, and it's like really hollow, it's really shallow, and it doesn't have a lot of meat to it. I'm like, I wish I didn't hear that, because now I'm gonna be looking out for those things. And then after I played the game, I'm like, what the fuck were people talking about? What are you talking about?
Obviously, I've been gaming for a long time, but look, I'm only in my 40s, but it feels like I've been gaming for a lot longer than that. Do you remember you used to go into your, like, obviously you've got GameStop and all that over there, we have Game over here, well, we did have Game over here. You buy a game based on the synopsis that it was written on the back of the case.
Yeah, right. It told you everything.
It'd be like going into the library, going, oh, that sounds pretty good, I'll buy that.
Right.
Yeah, you used to get burnt a few times. You might pick up a complete dud. I can remember, I don't know if you know the shop, any of the shops in the UK, but you used to have Woolworths back in the day.
Okay.
And you remember that sequel to Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the Xbox?
I do not. It was like it had like
they did 2 Buffy games. The first one was absolutely brilliant, and I thought, buy the second one. I was that disappointed with it. I blagged them in the shop and said, oh, it doesn't work, it's not launching on the Xbox. I went and bought, I think at the time it was one of the Judge Dredd games came out for PC, so I literally went, oh, that doesn't work, I'll have that one, thank you.
Right.
I just like, but why is it that we've got to the point where it's like you check a review out before you play a game?
Right,
if
exactly.
You think the story's going to be good enough, the gameplay doesn't matter. It all falls in as long as the actual story they're telling works. It's not to, crap on Mass Effect, but it was a case of the first game, absolutely brilliant. Second game, absolutely brilliant. What were they smoking when they made the third one?
Yeah.
And that's the same with when people are like going on about Vampire the Masquerade, and they're trying to compare it to the original. You can't look at Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 and think they're the same games, because they play completely differently.
Yeah, totally.
They are nowhere near the same. And it's this whole cookie cutter, everything has to progress the same way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. People are going to put their own stamp on things, and this is where you get Bloodlines 2. And they've done... It's just... I can't hype the game up enough. It's just absolutely brilliant.
And again, it's touching on all those nostalgic notes. So, and the thing is, you don't even need to be a fan. Like, Ion and I are elevated because we are diehard fans of the series. We know what came before. We understand the vibe of it. But if you just bought, what is the game? Isn't it? It's not even full price, right? Isn't it $40?
Yeah, I think in the UK you can pick it up for, I think it's 45 quid.
Yeah, it's not even a full price
game. The base
game.
game's 45. No, they've done it. The pricing's, considering what they're giving you. Okay, the bits you get is the deluxe edition, which is like the jukebox and stuff like that. Obviously, I didn't get any of that because, to me, cosmetics, I'll wait. I may purchase the season pass. It's going to drop on sale because just the way the game is at the moment, because it's not optimized. That will eventually just drop onto a sale somewhere so they can try and boost sales. But kind of lost track of my thoughts then.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
I've got chat over here. So
no, it's fine. Here, let me grab some of the supers. Supers would be cool. BT Maverick, I remember taking a chance on Chronicles of Riddick. Oh my god, back at Blockbuster,
Awesome
I bought
game.
it. That was the best decision. Dude, that was who did those? That was matter of fact, that is Indiana Jones. Help me. It's Machine Games. Machine Games.
No,
because
no, it wasn't Machine Games.
No, but back then it was Raven Software. Raven
Called
something.
Didn't
but
they do the dark? They did the darkness as well, didn't they?
I think they did, yeah. And it was a very similar type game, first person, very interactive, the hub type base worlds. And then it's a lot of people from id Software and Machine Games is eventually what Ravensoft ended up being, coming from that studio.
Didn't Vin Diesel purchase them? Didn't he buy shares in them when he made Chronicles?
He might, dude. Knowing Vin Diesel, he probably did.
Because you know that silly, stupid third-person GTA clone that he did.
Oh, Stuntman.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like a franchise and move into a movie at the same time.
Yeah,
it was just.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
I'm gonna have to go on my phone to find out what that's gonna do my head.
You would spin around while driving and do a reverse and start shooting out the back of your car and spin back around and keep driving. It was absolutely ridiculous. Starbreeze, thank you, Starbreeze.
Yeah,
and Starbreeze, a lot of people from Starbreeze went to Machine Games. It was I swear to God it was Ravensoft or Raven something Studios that went to Starbreeze, and then they eventually became Machine Games. Like a lot of people from Machine. Anyway, if you look at Indiana Jones, you see that formula. You see like that it's all first person, but then whenever you interact with stuff, it's all in third person. It's the exact same way that Chronicles of Riddick was. That game was so good, man. I remember because you were like, it was like a prison simulation. You were like making deals with like murderers, like, hey, I'll help you get cigarettes. And like, all right, go kill this guy, give me my cigarettes, and I'll help you through this vent or whatever. You're like, cool, sounds good. And yeah,
it was like action horror as well, because you had that thing where you think, oh yeah, I've seen the films, Riddick's a badass, and then all of a sudden you're in the got all the aliens underneath the prison. You're like, nah, I'm not going all with this. Right,
exactly. Yeah, I was obsessed. I remember I was so obsessed with Pitch Black and Riddick back in the day that I would try my best to create characters that I was obsessed with at the time and create them in Elder Scrolls Morrowind. So I went and made a bald dude, and I gave them Night Eye so that way I could see in the dark. I'm like, now I'm Riddick, and I'm bald and I'm buff and I can see in the fucking dark, and now I'm Riddick, and I'm good with daggers or whatever.
Morrowind, Red. If somebody was to go and play Morrowind now, it's almost like somebody who uses Lego in this generation with an instruction manual on how to make something, and go play Morrowind, that literally just drops you in the world and goes, go play.
Right, exactly.
Goddamn clue what you're doing.
No idea. And dude, that's the thing. Like, I always talk about how games nowadays are they hold your hand so much that whenever you're left to your own devices and you have so much agency, everyone just gets pissed off and pissy. Like, I don't know what the fuck they don't know. But dude, back in the day, that was the best part about it. Like you said, Morrowind. You get dropped into Morrowind. It doesn't tell you where to go. You have to open your journal, and it says take a left at the fork in the road, take a right at the big tree, and then head straight east. And you're like, how? Oh, well, I guess I can just look at my map, and then you figure it out, right? And nowadays, like, the way that I play a lot of games that that it makes sense for, turning off the HUD, you get that same experience that you used to, and it elevates games so much more, because games just they hold your hand so much. It just makes me so mad.
I think that's why, like, when I said at the start, point and click adventure games back in the day, they didn't have hints. If you go back to the,
Right.
I don't know if you played Myst back in the day.
I have not, no.
Myst, that doesn't hold your hand. That drops you straight into this adventure game, and you're like, what do I do?
Right.
You know, where do I go? I can remember that an old Commodore 64 game, and I can't remember the name of the game, and you booted it up, obviously, the old cassette decks and all that stuff, but you had no instruction manual, nothing like that, and then you type help in, because it was obviously a text-based adventure, and this is how bad the developers were back then. The ones that we've got now don't really have a sense of humour. It actually came up on screen as you type help up and you go, that's a really good Beatles track.
Okay.
So you're like, oh yeah, thanks for that. You know, yeah.
What does that mean?
I'll go
Right.
listen to the Beatles instead of playing the game then. And I think that is the way that game should go back to being now. I know you have like your Dark Souls and your Souls likes and all that, and that's based on pure skill, but why don't they go back to dropping this into a world and go, figure it out.
Figure it out. Right, exactly. And it's the same way with Bloodlines 2. I kept thinking about this too. It's the same exact thing with Bloodlines 2. It was like, just figure it out. Because you start off Bloodlines 1, and you're in this world where you have a journal, and someone says, I'm trying to remember how it starts off, and it's like, go visit, you know, Mercurio at the hotel, or at the apartments or something. And you're like, where the hell is that? So you walk outside your apartment, and you literally have to look around like you would in real life. You had to look around like, where? Well, there's the pawn shop, and there's the doctor's clinic, and then you're like, oh, apartment. Oh, maybe this is it. And then once you even just arrive at your destination, you're like, yes, let's fucking go. I did it. Instead of this little diamond. Right, like this little golden diamond showing you where to go all the time, and you're like, I'm just following with the golden path.
It did happen with me on Bloodlines 2, actually. There was a side mission that I was given. I don't know if you've met Onda in the hotel, one of the clan members.
Maybe not yet.
She gives you a side. Obviously she's part of all the side.
Is she the old lady?
No, that's
who I just met last
Thorne.
night.
That's Mrs. Thorne.
Thorne, I love her. She's so good. Yeah.
She's crazy.
She's so good. Yeah.
But no, she's I think she's the bodyguard for Lou, and she gives you a mission, and it disappeared off my map. I couldn't find it, but I remembered. Oh, it's up I'm sure it's up near that point. And I just saw a load of, like, obviously enemies, if they're armed, come up in gold if you go into vampire vision. And I just decided I'll just kill them all and finish the side mission. But it wasn't on my map.
Right.
And I was like, give us do an update, drop an update in, and just do away with all the icons on the map. Just let us do a full playthrough with absolutely nothing in it.
That's actually something.
Hours.
That's something that they're doing, by the way. So not as far as the map goes, but if you saw their community post, the three things that they're working on is, I think it was the beards, and then it was performance, and then it was HUD customization, where like some of like the top requested things. Because for me, I don't like to see all the little stuff. I don't need to see my health bar when I'm roaming around. I know that I'm healthy, I'm alive. You know. You
can turn side missions off. You can turn them off on the map. I'm sure I can't remember which button it is on the pad, but you can turn them off, so it only shows you your main quests. But that doesn't just take your side missions off, it takes off all the characters that give you them missions as well, so you're kind of like, I've got to remember where they are.
Right.
But if they were to drop something into Bloodlines 2 that's very similar to that, where you just completely take everything off. Because I know one of the issues that a lot of people they've actually announced it is the world doesn't populate properly. If they can get that right, I think they could do so much to this.
Yeah,
it's insane. I haven't touched another game since getting this, because I sent you that picture, didn't I? Because we were talking behind the scenes, and it was like, yeah, I'm just sitting down, because I was going to start playing it when Madcast was on. And I didn't get the opportunity. I passed out at like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I could have carried on playing all night after I sent the picture. I was just like, I can't put the pad down. I've got to keep playing. I've got to keep playing. And I've taken some time off work for certain reasons, but it's given me the opportunity, obviously, just to sit down and play. And I've been cracking like 6-7 hours a day, just sitting there playing Vampire the Masquerade. I think the only time I jump onto another game is, I think, Train Sim World 5 is on Game Pass, so it's like drop that on for 15 minutes, get my reward points for Game Pass, and then straight back onto Vampire the Masquerade. And just like
right.
that.
One of the things that I wish that they would allow in more games in general, especially in this game, is button customization. You can't customize your controls at all in this game. One of the things that I have been hooked on with every game that allows you to crouch is putting my crouch to the right stick. And I know that a lot of people love having the B button as your crouch, and it's totally fine. That's sort of like the universal crouch button nowadays, thanks to Call of Duty, and it's totally fine. For me, it's become less intuitive because I feel like reaching up to hit the B button whenever I'm in the middle of like, oh, I'm about to get spotted, and I have to reach up and take my thumb away from my ability to look around, totally takes me out of it. So I actually have a custom map with my Elite controller to where the right stick is crouch, but then left on the D-pad is my vision, because that is the right stick. Because I never use the potion, but that means that whenever I get into dialogue, I have to hit the button to change because I can't select the left dialogue option. I'm like, come on, man, just let me be weird. Yeah. And like Assassin's Creed Shadows came out with an update today, and they're like, we updated the parkour, and they still don't fucking let you run by holding the right trigger and allowing you to jump with A button. I'm like, come on, guys, cater to me specifically. Ubisoft.
Wasn't the original Assassin's Creed games on the A button?
It was right trigger. It was your high profile was you would hold the right trigger, and that would allow you to do high profile actions. Low profile was whenever you weren't touching anything at all. So low profile was like assassinations, slow walking, blending in, stuff like that. Whenever you held the right trigger, it allowed you to use your sprinting and all that kind of stuff. And it evolved over time, and it got really streamlined to now it's just you click the sprint button and you're sprinting and whatever. But it feels less intuitive.
The update for Assassin's Creed, but no disrespect to Shadows. I think Shadows is an absolutely beautiful game, and it plays amazing. And as I think it was in the chat, I said last week, I was saying that it's so disjointed. The side quests on that game, they just do me head in. You just like keep it close together. The whole point is you're wandering around this massive world.
Yeah. But
the side mission's like 2,000 meters that direction. You're oh come on, and it got to the point where it's like you just use fast travel. I can't be bothered. You can't be bothered riding the horse all the way there. It's like no, fast travel to the nearest viewpoint.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure.
I think that's why I'm enjoying Bloodlines as well. It's because it's so small. It's so tight. It's so compact. Everything you need is in that very small, condensed space.
Right.
And then there's I'm not going to spoil it, but it's not just that level. As obviously, it takes you to other locations as well as what you see. So I think we need more games like that. I've got open world fatigue when it comes to Assassin's Creed, and I'm hoping that they go down the road with Hexa going down the Mirage route, because I can't be dealing with another 200-hour RPG, even though I'm probably going to sink about 200 hours into Bloodlines 2 if you actually think about all 6 clans. We're going to be at it for a while. Exactly. Real quick, I do want to shout out, there's over 50 people here tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I really appreciate everyone being here. If you're new here, this is a podcast we do every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're new here, consider leaving a like at the least and a sub at the most, as I always say. It would help out a lot. Thank you guys so much for being here. At least drop a like right now if you're unsure what the hell, who we are, what's going on. Matt says whoop whoop. I love that. Jesse James, good to see you here, buddy. BT Maverick, I hate when dash roll isn't the B button, dude. I'm the same way. Witcher totally screwed me over with every action game. I'm like, X needs to be light attack, Y is heavy, B is dodge. But then I get weird with it because I'm like, now I want my right bumper to be interact
or something weird. Like, okay, you're losing me. But anyway, yeah, thank you all so much, all 56 people being here tonight. Really, really appreciate it. Like BT Maverick says, hit like and subscribe. And let me know what you guys are playing this week. Really want to know. You know what? We were going to talk about... I mean, we can still talk about Battlefield or Halo if you want, but Assassin had to jump out, so that's where he would have sort of jumped in. But thank you all so much for being here again.
You'll probably know more about Battlefield than me, because I've not touched that Battle Royale yet.
Well, I'll just jump into it. Final Fantasy 14, RSJ fan, you are so in love with that game. I see you playing it all the time, and I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to give it another chance, because I tried. You don't like fight? So, okay, here we go. We're disagreeing. No, it's totally fine, because there are some like, for example, like I always talk about Persona. Persona is one of those games you look at and you're like, oh my god, this is not with the ooh, and everyone looks like children and whatnot. But there is a depth there that if you get it, you get it, right? But if you grew up with anime, like I grew up with Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, right? So I have like sort of an entry level understanding.
Matt in the chat's gonna love you then. Matt in the chat is gonna love you.
There we go. There we go. Matt, tell me how much you love me. Yeah, I grew up with that kind of stuff. So I have like sort of...
He's an anime whore. An anime whore is Matt. He loves his anime.
Well, and I don't even consume that much anime, like new anime per se nowadays. But I like whenever it's delivered well. I really love it. Like Dragon Ball Z, it might seem silly to everyone else, but like I love it so much. Naruto is like, it's so emotional. But like if you can't get past the delivery of the yeah, like all that kind of shit, you're just never gonna get it.
If you look in the chat, I think Matt's making that noise now.
There we go, Matt. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. Bobby Ashley says, Bobby, are you the same Bobby that I knew 100 years ago? Yes or no? Because if not, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're surviving. Because Bobby, he was a huge anime fan. Him and his twin brother, Robert. Right? Am I right? If you're not the same person, I apologize. Fuzzy Tomato says, I just finished rewatching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Both are still amazing. Yeah, dude. I did too. I did through 5. It was a few years ago. I went through all of Dragon Ball Z all over again, because I bought the entire... I actually have it right behind me. I should go grab it. Let me go grab it. And Matt, if you haven't subscribed yet, now you will. I have the entire Dragon Ball Z Blu-ray collection. Look at that.
There we go. Somebody get him a tissue.
Give me a tissue. Look at that. It's such a cool box set, dude. It's such a cool box set. And each... I'm not even going to get to it. Anyway, I rewatch it all. Once I got that collection, I rewatched everything and then finally started Super. It is you, Bobby. Bobby, where the fuck have you been, man? I hope you're doing good, man. You need to hit me up on Xbox sometime. But anyway, long story short, anime, it's not for everyone, but if you have that entry level, you can sort of appreciate, you know, the delivery of a lot of the different stories and characters. But sometimes it does get weird, especially with like teachers and students and stuff. It's like, what are we doing? But anyway, shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Fuzzy Tomato, I just read that. Kamehameha Wave. It is me, Matt. Matt, since you know Naruto, when you were making those two-finger gestures before about the faction, you can be... it made me think of Kakashi's 1,000 Years of Death. Oh my god. Where he goes 1,000 Years of Death right into Naruto's anus. That was the best. I have a torn rotator cuff. I just hurt the fuck out of my shoulder just now. Yes, I do remember that. That was... He's like, ooh! Oh my god, that takes me back. Naruto has evolved into Boruto. I know, man. And like, I'm so behind because I haven't gotten into Shippuden and all that stuff. Like, I played the games that covered Shippuden, but I never watched it. But there's so much to watch. But I'm like, there's a whole legacy there now that I need to get into. I have Dragon Ball manga. Nothing else cool like that though. Oh, okay, like physical. Gotcha. Matt says that's the Funimation original dub or the new Kai dub, which is trash.
Oh, God,
yeah,
you set
Dragon
him
Ball
off.
Kai. Yeah, Dragon Ball Kai. No, that's not what this is. That's not what this is. This is not Dragon Ball Kai. This is Dragon Ball Z remastered in 4K. It's not Kai. It's totally different. I know what you're talking about. That's not what it is. But anyway, shout out to over 60 people here tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. It means everything. It really, really means everything. Let's talk real quick about. Let's just talk about Battlefield. Have you played Battlefield 6 at all?
Yes, I own Battlefield 6, but unfortunately, by the time I got round to actually getting my game on my Battlefield, Bloodlines dropped, so it was like, oh,
fuck it.
See you later.
yeah, exactly right. So, did you start off with multiplayer, or have you started off campaign?
I dropped straight into the multiplayer on that, and I found that with the single player, I've only played, I think it's like 3 or 4 missions in. The AI is dumb as a box of nails.
They just stay in there. They're just like,
yeah,
bang. Yep, it's the same way in the multiplayer. It's the same because you can do bot practice in multiplayer, and I'm like, because I haven't played the campaign yet, but I'm like, if this is how stupid they are, they look real, like, because they're sprinting around, they're grabbing cover, and they're like, oh shit, and then they stand up and they're just like,
I think
and they just don't do
anything.
anything.
Mission was it obviously most people have probably played the campaign, but that first mission when the base is getting bombed and all that lovely stuff, it's just like, I'm stood behind cover and they're behind a box like this.
Yeah, just chilling. Exactly. Do you not see what's happening around us? Yeah, exactly.
We don't even flank you.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm just gonna stand here like this. It's like, oh, come on.
Right.
That is the only disappointment I've got with the whole Battlefield 6. Is the
Well,
AI is thick.
So this is it's one of the best launches for any shooter that I've seen in a long time. Today actually marks the first day that Battlefield 6 its season 1 launched along with Battle Royale, and if you have the pro version, you just get like a ton of levels right off the bat. And Battle Royale, I played it a few times today. Man, it's so good. It reminds me, it's like Warzone, but slower, of course. It has plates, but like whenever you put your plates in Call of Duty, you're like, ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink. And Battlefield, you're like, you gotta pull the thing out, you gotta shove it in there, and it's in there snug. All right, now we're good to go. Everything is slower, and I'm so glad that they did that, because Battlefield isn't Call of Duty. It's not a Twitch shooter, right? Like, and you have people out there that have the ability to be really responsive in that way, but it also has this thing where you can bring up the open world map, and you can just hit the A button, and you just have a mission, and it just activates a mission that's nearest to you. And it has these things out in the open world, like only an engineer can open up a weapon supply box, because they are an engineer, so they have a torch, so they can like cut the door open up. And there's so much more to get into with it, but from what I've played so far, it feels like a game. Like, and I hope that they bring in a solo mode, because I always feel so bad jumping into a 4-man squad and then just running away from everyone because I don't know who the hell you are. I'm not gonna talk to you. But it feels so good. I feel so good. Let's see. Anyone talking about? Let's see. Only the beta. Oh, RSJ fan, you've only played the beta. Yeah. The Battle Royale.
This launch, the main, now that they've launched it, it makes the beta look stupid.
It's
that
wild,
multiplayer is so refined. It is you're gonna die a lot. You will die a lot. The only problem you've got is all the Call of Duty cannon fodder that's currently in it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And you see a lot of people like sliding around corners and jumping around corners and stuff like that. And it's like, if it works, man. There's no real way to alleviate that, because it is a mechanic in the game. You can jump and you can slide, but, you know.
It's like when you hear them go, yeah, Call of Duty, and they're jumping around like a load of idiots. No, we were doing that on Halo 3. This is not a new thing.
Right, exactly. Oh my god, the jumping, because remember, it used to be called Halo jumping in Call of Duty. Everyone's jumping around. Yeah, anime stream switch. Ooh. I love Battlefield 6. I need to jump into the Battle Royale tonight. Do it. do it, BT Maverick. It's so good. It's so good. RJ fan, no offense to Battlefield, but I do prefer COD and small maps. I got news for you, RJ fan. They got them. They got them in Battlefield 6. They got all the small maps. They got Lockdown, Domination, King of the Hill, King of the Flag, King of the Queens, Queen of the Damned. They got them all. They got all the modes and maps and everything that you can want.
And RSJ, it's not coloured in crayon neither.
There you go. Exactly. But yeah, I just wanted to just mention that I played the Battle Royale tonight or this evening, and it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. And the thing is, like, they allow for so many different tools. I posted a clip on Twitter earlier where I was in a building on the second floor, and I was aiming at these soldiers, and all of a sudden it was like artillery strike incoming because a player had targeted the building that I was in for an artillery strike. So I jumped off the second floor, ran into a building, saw a dude, killed him immediately. I ran into another room, looked up. This is all in the clip. I looked up, and there's a dude above me, and the roof completely caves in. I'm like, oh shit! So I run out of that room. I run down the hallway, kill another dude, get a squad wipe, and the whole building is like coming down the entire time. It's like this long. It's not just like a little small house or whatever. And I'm like, only in Battlefield would this happen. So when you're like, what's the difference between Call of Duty Warzone and Battlefield 6 Battle Royale? There's tanks, and they're like everything can change like in a split second. Like you think you think you can just like hide in a house. What happens whenever I get a mortar strike and I'm just like thump and just destroy the? It is. Yeah, it is so good.
My favorite class in Battlefield is I like my sniping. I've always liked sniping.
Yes.
I can remember. Do you remember the glitches that you could do in Battlefield 3 and I think Battlefield 4 as well, where you could use the spawn beacons to glitch into objects?
To insert yourself? Yep.
Oh, yes. I had plenty of hate for that on the Battlefield 3. But you can't do that in this game. You don't get the luxury. But the best part, I think, the first match that I had on Battlefield 6, this one guy must have been cursing my name because he was like, he kept going in off his spawn beacon. So I'm just sat there.
And he would spawn yours like, got you. Yeah.
I think the only time I ever died or deliberately killed myself was when I ran out of ammo. It was like, yeah, shoot me.
And every time you got him, you were like,
your ass. Got your ass. Got your ass.
Yeah, every time. Listen,
so
I have a challenge. I have a challenge for everyone in chat. If we can get to 50 likes, I will take off my pants. I don't know. If we can get to 50 likes, that would be great. There's over 60 people here. I think we can do it. I really, really appreciate it. We don't have much longer of the show anyway, but thank you all so much for being here. And let me know how you got here. And it's okay to just chat in. Hi. Just open up your phone, pause your game, say hello. Say hello. Matt's like, please do that. Anyway, let's talk about Halo real quick.
At least it's not a banana suit.
At least it's not a banana suit. Listen, don't tempt me. Oh no, it's Alex has got a good thing going for him, and I'm like, maybe I can choose like a different vegetable or fruit, and I can dress up as that, and then we can have a collaboration one day.
The scary part about Alex is when he drops in with Gaz. That's just off the chain. Then it's not
amazing.
A podcast anymore. It's just like
them just screaming at each other about specs and shit. Oh my god, the last time he had him on was so funny. It was so funny. God, I would love to have one of those dudes on my podcast, but I feel like I would just be wasting their time because they're so in the know in the industry.
It's like, as we all call Gaz and Colt the dynamic duo whenever they get together on XNC, because Mag's off doing something else. It goes from being a gaming podcast to just complete gibberish for like an hour and 30 minutes. It's just it's just
and you love it. It's so good. It's so good. Those are the best kind of podcasts where you don't have like, we're running out of time with this topic. Let's hurry up and it's like, what do you mean hurry up and have fun? Fuck you. We're just here talking. Like that's what it's all about.
And
that's
the
what
best part is as well as when you're watching Colt and Gaz start swearing, you can see that bead of sweat just creeping down his brow
Right.
every time Gaz speaks. He just
he's about to say, I'm gonna get canceled. He has like his finger like on the Control X. He's like just getting ready to just. But yeah, no, they're so great. They're so great. And Gaz has got a really great thing going on right now with his channel. Sometimes he just does like solo stuff. And shout out to DeMarco who does solo stuff. People like DeMarco and Gaz and Oh No It's Alex. They really have a talent for doing solo streams and stuff. Like they can just hold their own. They can just hold their own on a stream doing like a podcast. It's really, really great. DeMarco says, "Good to see you on the stream, Ion."
I'd like to try and get in contact with Gaz and try and get on there with him because obviously he's in the UK, isn't he? But he's got his Twitter on private, so can't message him.
Yeah, I can't message him either. Yeah, so he's an elusive man. But BT Maverick says, Red Wolf, you should wear a shirt of Alex's bare chest. Yeah, I mean, I could just take off my shirt. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Well, listen, we'll talk about it. If we get enough super chats and enough channel members, then that's when that will start happening. Because I'm not kidding. I would do that.
RSJ fam, thank you very much. I have a pretty accent. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Very nice of you.
It's better than what I was called on the Madcast. Since I was compared to Nick Frost. Nick Frost.
Who's that? Is it Snowman?
You know the actor from what was he in? Shaun of the Dead.
The not
skinny one.
Yeah, I was trying to think of his name. Oh, the not what's his name though? What's his actual name? He's
Nick
from The
Frost.
Boys. But that's his actual name. I was trying to think of the other guy's name. But anyway, I totally get you.
I know who you're on about.
Yeah, I remember that scene from Hot Fuzz. He's like, it's a shame, isn't it? And he's like loading the shotgun.
There you go, Matt's put it up,
Simon Pegg. Thank you. God, have you watched The Boys? Are you a TV watcher?
I have watched The Boys. I've watched up to, I think it's season 4. I haven't watched anything more because I bounce between. It's like, Dark Wolf, which is the prequel to The Terminal List.
Okay.
I think I'm still on episode 4, and we rewatched the season from episode 1 about 4 times because the missus, she's got when it comes to film, she can't, or TV programs, she doesn't remember anything. So we'll pause to watch something because I think we both went off to watch that Ed Gein, Charlie Hunnam monster on Netflix.
Yep.
And then went back to Dark Wolf, and she goes, I don't remember any of this. So I then have to sit through the same, and we get to the same episode and we've stopped. But no, I've got to, I think, season 4 of The Boys. Carl Urban's awesome.
Dude.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's like that is like that's Carl Urban. Like, you know how actors go through, their career, and they eventually like find their stride in a character, and then they become iconic because of that. And then sometimes that can be a double-edged sword because a lot of actors get typecast in a lot of stuff because they become so iconic for one thing, and then they only get cast as Batman or whatever, a Batman-like character for the rest of their life. Carl Urban was in Lord of the Rings. He was in Doom. Carl Urban's been in so many things. Star Trek, yeah, that's right. He was a Scottish guy in that. I can't remember his name.
Dr. McCoy.
Dr. McCoy. Okay, yeah, and then in this,
now I am showing I'm a nerd.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And so The Boys is like my favorite TV show of all time. Besides, Walking Dead, and now From. I just got done watching From. Holy shit, that show is amazing. If you've never seen it, you've got to watch it. You've got to watch it. If you've ever seen Lost, it's got
I've seen Lost. Oh.
Okay, so the black dude with the son, right? That actor, I can't think of his name, but he's the main character. That is the main character in this show, and he's so good. He's so good. I'm like, where have you been? Where have you been since Lost? He's been lost this entire time. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
What I'm looking forward to is Carl Urban as Johnny Cage in that new Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see what he does for that character, man.
Even though all of them kickflips are completely fake.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. But I feel like with this Mortal Kombat movie, they're leaning into like the silliness and like the campy nature, the B-movie nature of Mortal Kombat. That's all they need to do. I actually really liked the first movie a lot. I just didn't like Cole, the new character. I was like, who the hell are you? I don't know what you're doing.
They'll
here,
kill
man.
him off. They'll
Yeah,
kill him off.
just and I feel like they will in the very beginning of the movie, like in a spectacular fatality like way, and like, well, we're just gonna move on from that
Yeah,
because
just
they
walk
went
straight up to Shao Kahn. Dink.
Yeah, he just explodes everywhere. Like, okay, thank you. Yeah, see, Tegan says Butcher is Carl's best performance. I think he's going to be great. Cage. I'm legit bummed it was delayed until May. Yeah, I think that there were some reasons behind that. Who owns that? Is that Warner Brothers? No, that's Fox. Isn't that Fox? I think it's Fox.
I can't remember who owns it.
Tegan, you should know
Yeah,
this.
well, they've got to delay it, haven't they? Because they've got to make sure that all them really crap kicks that Carl Urban was doing in CGI look better by the time they release it.
Right, exactly. Fuzzy Tomato, yes. Have you seen any of the spinoff of The Boys? Yes. We just got done watching From, so we're finally going to continue the newest season of Gen V. So I don't know if you've seen that either, Ion. It's amazing. Gen V is so good, and it is. If you finished all of The Boys so far, you need to watch Gen V because it's a continuation, essentially, of that. And it's going to bridge into whatever's coming next with the final season coming out next year with The Boys. Season 5, season 5, I think, is the final season coming out soon. You have to watch Gen V. It's so good. WB owns it. I was right. Look at me. Look at me go. Real quick, let me ask you, how do you feel about Halo? You like Halo?
On PlayStation.
Yeah, you like that? You happy about that?
I love Halo. I'm a massive Halo. The way I look at it, what does it matter what piece of plastic it's played on?
Yes. Thank you.
Doesn't matter. I stopped being a fanboy a very, very long time ago.
Yeah. 100%. I'm right there with you. And I've always said, like, especially with the direction that Xbox is going with their hardware, the next hardware that Xbox is going to release it's been practically confirmed now by Sarah Bond that the next hardware is going to allow, it's going to be a PC with a console accessible, ease of use experience to allow you to play Steam and whatever else on there. Who the fuck cares at this point, man? Like, and I've always said that, like, the console war, if the console war is delivered in a way that it's fun, where it's sort of like the way that we talk about video games on our content, on our videos, your videos, my podcast, my videos, whatever. It is just like us talking about our favorite sports teams. Like, we're talking about our favorite IPs and our Xbox and PlayStation and how they're competing and who's winning and who's losing and who's fucking up and who's not fucking up. And whenever I see, like, I hear about what was it, Death Stranding coming to Xbox, and everyone's like, how could you? And I'm like, what do you mean, man? Like, it's more people playing a game. Like, it's not like we're taking anything away from you. Everyone gets to experience this thing that they never got to. And especially for a franchise like Halo, 25 years old. Yeah, I think it's fucking time that Halo comes to another console.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't originally an Xbox exclusive anyway.
It was
Halo.
PC.
It was originally a PC game.
Yep.
Xbox didn't even exist before that game was being developed. That was a twinkle in Microsoft's eye at the time. But for me, I look at Xbox as doing a complete full circle. The one thing, I've said it to friends of mine, if you go and watch that Xbox documentary, they blagged Bill Gates by saying they were going to put Windows underneath the TV. Well, they've just gone full circle. You're going to have Windows in your living room. It's not going to be locked to a PC.
Right.
You're going to be able to use it. And we've had it for ages anyway. You can get Edge browser on your Xbox all the way back to the Xbox One was the original when it went to Edge, wasn't it? The browser. I don't think you didn't have a browser on the 360. If I remember rightly, it's been a
It
long
wasn't
time.
until, like, later on. You were able to do it later on.
So they've already been kind of grooming us all into this aspect anyway, and then you hear all these people complaining about the price of the next Xbox. It's still cheaper than a gaming PC.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said,
it.
Bill Gates is the one 25 years ago saying, I want Windows to be in every living room. Didn't he say something like that? Like, I want it to be in every living room. And here we are. Look at this. Here you go.
Well, they
There you go,
lied to
Bill.
him, didn't they? They actually went in with the prototype box running Windows. I can't remember what Windows 90 was it 95 or something stupid like that at the time. They were running Windows on it, but then what they weren't telling him was actually we're just going to have that as like this much of the console to run the operating system for the Xbox. So I don't know why people are kicking off about it. The console war ended, in my eyes, ended during the PS3 era. When they priced themselves out of the market with the PlayStation 3, nobody batted an eyelid. I can remember I was moderating the forums for GameSpot, because obviously GameSpot back in the day was an independent. It wasn't owned by Cena. It was when you had your Jeff Gerstmans and all that running the show. Yeah. And I used to moderate the forums for their live streams, and I used to stay up until 3, 4 in the morning watching the E3s live. And I can remember the slogan for the PlayStation 3, "Play Beyond." And I just dropped in the chat and went, "Take the L out of play."
Yeah, pay beyond. Right, exactly. Yeah. It's so true. It's so true.
Nobody batted an eyelid then. It was like, oh, it's PlayStation. Microsoft does it, and everyone goes, the game. Oh, they're not looking after the gamers.
Right.
It's about the games now. Nobody cares. You can, as Xbox like to say, this is an Xbox. You know, my glass is an Xbox. The way that they want people, they just want people to play games now, and it's all Phil Spencer's ever wanted. Is he goes on about these franchises that he used to play back in the day, and they released like Hexen and stuff like that. We wouldn't have got that without Phil Spencer.
Right.
You wouldn't have got Hexen on the console.
100%.
So people just need to get over themselves when it comes to Xbox is bad. Yes, people have lost their jobs. Everyone's going down the AI route. I think. I was reading an article.
PlayStation is too.
Well, I did a video about Krafton and Subnautica 2.
Yep.
And they've just dropped a load of information that, we're going AI now.
They're going full AI because of the North Korean or South Korean investors. They want them. They chose Krafton to invest in AI. So Krafton's like, yeah, millions of dollars, sure, we'll do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Yeah.
Everything is going AI. It's just the way YouTube's going AI.
Yeah, dude. Every time it's like you go into like your inspiration on your YouTube studio, and it's like, here's a great thumbnail for you to use. This fucking AI cloud of colors and rainbows and farts and shit. It's like dude, shut the fuck. Like it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable because the people that run these industries, the people that run the world, unfortunately, are executives with absolutely, completely out of touch sensibilities with human nature, entertainment, or anything human. They're just robots, and I could go on a whole rant about that. Fuzzy Tomato, I played Halo CE on the OG Xbox, the OG Windows release, the Anniversary Edition, the Master Chief release, the Xbox Series Enhanced Master Chief and Master Chief on PC, and I'm ready to play a new one. That's so good. And the thing is, dude, Fuzzy, you're not alone, because a lot of people really want to experience Halo for another time.
It looks absolutely awesome though.
It does.
I will give them credit. I watched that live.
It looks really
watch
great.
It live because I think I was in work at the time. But oh my god, they have put some effort into that.
They have. They 100% have.
Scene that it just looks. It's what it's what the last Halo should have looked like.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And honestly, and I see like a lot of people saying like, oh, like they've lost their way with whatever, and it's just like you said. Whatever hardware comes out next is going to be a big eye opener for a lot of people, because the fact that the ROG Ally sold out for people, and again, we're the minority here on YouTube and on Twitter, right? We're not the ones that are sort of like changing people's minds about things necessarily. There are a lot of people out there that just want to play games, that are interested in new hardware that's exciting, that have absolutely no allegiance whatsoever to PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo. They literally just own everything. Whenever they get it, they play Pokemon, then they put their Switch down, and they play Halo, and then they forget that Halo isn't even on PlayStation because they already own it, you know? So this is exciting to me.
Handhelds, to me, are going to go the way of the VR headsets.
Yep.
The gaming goes through these niches. So you'll have your VR massive. Even cinema did it with the whole 3D cinema and all the rest of it. Nobody cares anymore. You know, nobody's gonna go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go put on a pair of 3D glasses and I'm gonna go watch the next Avatar movie. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
VR was the same. Everyone invested in VR. Now it's handheld. I don't see. I give it 5-10 years. Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah. 100%.
It'll do. The games industry. It's obviously, I know the history of the industry. It's the youngest industry on the planet, and it's worth more than all of the others combined. But it seems to have these like renaissance periods where it does a complete circle. So you can see it in the games. The AAA is dying off. So the renaissance is now starting with your AA titles that are doing what the AAA titles were doing 15 years ago.
Exactly. And dude, what you just said right there is why, and this is what we just talked about for an hour and a half about Bloodlines 2. It's the exact same reason why I still appreciate games that have a lower Metacritic or OpenCritic or whatever, because we're so like calibrated now with review scores and numbers and whatever. If it's like below a certain threshold that we're used to seeing on a score, oh, it's a 60, that means it's horrible. It's like, no, because this 60 would have been a 100, 7 years ago. Just because time has passed doesn't mean that it's a bad game. Like, for example, whenever you equate it to, like, people always say the best Zelda game ever made was Ocarina of Time. Love that game to death. Oh my god, I love it so much.
My missus is like that.
And would you go and play that now? And people go, well, it's kind of old. I was like, then shut the fuck up. It's not, like, seriously, I'm sure it's still a great game, but just because time has passed doesn't mean that game has gotten worse. It's just that other things have gotten more, fundamentally better looking. They're much more easy to get into, technically speaking. Like, the controllers are better. Everything is better. But, like, I get made fun of for playing, Vampire the Masquerade was 2004, or playing The Witcher 1 on PC, or playing Morrowind, like I just talked about, right? I love all those games. Just because time passed doesn't mean that these games are all of a sudden horrible or whatever. But it is an absolute testament to that.
Like that. That's an old school game that I fell in love with. I actually still own it on. Well, obviously, you never lose anything on Steam, but it took me about 6 months to get back into my Steam account because I forgot my login details. I hadn't been on Steam for years. So it was like, oh, I'll go back on Steam. I've got the laptop now. But have you ever heard of a game called Advent Rising?
I heard of Advent Rising? Holy shit! I have a physical copy of that game. Yes,
when
you play as Gideon.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. That game is fucking epic.
It's so fucking cool, and you get a Kamea wave, like near the end of the. Oh my god, dude, that was another one of those games. And the writer was like an absolutely insane person, but that game was fucking amazing. I remember like.
And they never finished a trilogy.
And they never finished it. Yeah, exactly. It was wild. It was like Mass Effect meets like I don't even know how to compare
Mass Effect meets Star Wars.
Yeah. Because there were like all the powers.
Yeah. The story in that was absolutely.
It was so good.
Yeah. That game. I like going back and playing games like that. Or when you find a game like that, like Bloodlines 2. That is very much, it's nostalgia based. It taps into basic element of gaming instead of. This is why I'm actually worried about the Splinter Cell remake, because I think they're gonna water the hell out of that. It's not going to be anywhere close to what the fans want. It's the same as you're getting a hint from Ubisoft when it comes to that. It's the same as like they're watering down Black Flag. They're taking out all the modern day stuff. Well, it's not Black Flag then, is it?
Right, yeah. You're taking stuff out. You're not adding things, other than like combat and stuff. Yeah, we'll have to see with that. Yeah.
But with Halo, go back to the Halo, I think that needs to be given to everyone. That's another Call of Duty. Everyone should be playing that. It shouldn't be just Xbox. I've never really cared about exclusives. Like, back in the day, I think I had the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 2 at the same time. And then I started to notice, then games are on one system. So why am I spending double the amount of money on two different systems? I don't see the point. Stick to one.
Right.
and then see where it goes from there. And for what I'm seeing with Halo, the same with all of the exclusives that, well, no longer exclusives, that you've got what I don't even know what the word would be. Next year is going to just be absolutely insane. He's getting all 4 of Microsoft's core titles out in 1 year. Fable, Gears of War, Halo, and what's the other one? Forza Gears.
Forza Gears.
Fable.
Yeah, it is Forza Gears. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All 4 are coming out next year.
And then it's a whole new audience. Iron Ball says Star Wars Battlefront 2, loved it. Yes, the original. I mean, I love both of them, but the original Battlefront 2 was incredible. We always talk about that here. Me and DeMarco talk about Galactic Conquest needing to come back. Please, DICE or whoever the hell has the. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're ever going to see.
It's DICE.
I don't know if we're ever going to see a Battlefront 3 modern day, but
well, you never know. You've got Battlefield 6 has dropped. You never know. Vince Stampella might get his teeth into it.
Oh, just let him get his teeth in everything. Everyone, me, everyone. Bite me, Vince. Do it. Like, he hasn't failed. He's done so well. No. He's done so well. It's incredible. I cannot wait to see what happens in the future.
Guys, he's got his... did you see the article that he did when he actually came out and said how Call of Duty came to be? It was because EA were complete dicks.
Yep. And then he went and made Call of Duty. Yeah. It's insane. I'm like, you were the dude. Of course you were the fuck. I don't know why I doubted you. I don't know why. Of course you did. You probably wrote Star Wars and gave it to George Lucas, and he was like, "Oh, I'll probably just make this."
The bit makes me laugh is he drops that article literally after Battlefield 6 drops and goes, "EA's not going to touch me. I can say what I want."
Right, exactly. And here we are 20 years later, and he's like, got your ass. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, look, if we have run out of time, unfortunately, we could continue to go on and on and on.
I know.
But it has been a blast of a show, and shout out to Assassin and DeMarco who weren't here today, and whatever Assassin's going through, just give some thoughts and love to him. Yeah, hope you're doing good, bro. But I'm sure I'll talk to him soon. And thank you guys so much for being here. One of the biggest crowds that we've had in a long time. It means a lot. But if you want to show your support, it's free. Hit the like button, subscribe. That is huge. If you subscribe, you can catch us again next week. Whatever the hell is going on next week, you can find us there, and I also drop content. But more importantly, Ion, please tell everyone where they can find you, what you do. Your link is in the description below.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you can catch me over on my channel, Ion Storm. You can also find me on Twitter, which is IonStorm83. I do a lot of gaming news, reviews, rumours, go over articles and all of that lovely stuff, all raw and uncut. The only editing I do is to put the little subscribe bit in the top corner. So yeah, come over and check out the channel. You're more than welcome. We're all gamers, so I'd love to see you over there. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Only a fledgling channel. I think I've got 109 subscribers in 6 months. So I wasn't expecting it to take off the way it has.
It's awesome, man.
You guys, thanks for you guys, being so humble and letting some random Brit jump onto your channel.
No, man, you're a part of the community, and we do want to start doing more community guesting like this, because I used to do this all the time, where I would have on just random people, and then eventually we had like a solid panel, but then we ran out of room for guests, so now we have a slot open, so we will be doing more guests and that could be exclusive to community members. So if you guys want to become a channel member, that could be up to you. That could be your chance to guest on the show, but it's whatever. You're not even a channel member, and I got you on, Ion, so it doesn't matter. We just want to get good people on talking about what they love, and it's gaming. That's what we all share in common. It brings everyone together.
I'll jump on whenever you want me, Red. Yeah. The advantage I've now got is it's 10 o'clock British time, because obviously the Brits have to be special, and we put our clocks back and forward every year.
Yeah.
Because we either like sunlight or we like darkness. It all depends on what time of the year it is. So yeah.
Right.
Give
Absolutely.
me a shout whenever you want, mate.
Absolutely, we'll have you on next. Iron Balls says Mag and Colt next. Mag is coming on. Mag is coming on soon. Colt has been on the show like 20 times or something, but I do want to get Colt back on sometime. But yeah, Colt has been on many times, but yeah, I do want to get Mag on sometime soon, and anyone else, respective of their time.
As long as Mag's not been drinking, we're all okay. As long as
exactly.
Mag's not had a...
Right, yeah, that's fine. Well, look, if he is,
he's unchained. Once he puts some, if you've watched some of his Magcasts, once he started knocking them back, it's just like,
listen,
wow.
maybe I'll start drinking too, and then we'll just have an insane, and I'll take my hat off too. We'll just go full bald mode and just go full on and just start. I see what you said there. You know, we'll just go insane, just get wasted on the live stream.
You can start a whole new podcast with all the bold gamers that are now doing channels.
And Colt just shaved his head too, so it's like just get them all on here. Get all this. Everyone's gonna be blinded because the reflection off our heads are like, I can't see. Yeah, so
it's like I've got all the respect in the world for like you and Colt, and obviously Mag. Mag was the one that helped me out, got me started, gave me a few pointers and stuff like that. But yeah, Colt, I've got all the respect in the world for Colt. He's absolutely brilliant.
He's such a nice dude, and I can't even talk about the stuff that he's helped me with behind the scenes. I literally I couldn't have done any of this without him. So shout out to people like Colt and Mag. Yeah.
I think I dropped a comment in his Discord chat on, I can't remember which part of his Discord it was, but I dropped it on there. Said, "Oh, have you heard about the Team Raider news?" And he just messaged me. I go, "No." I was like, "Oh, well, you've not heard that it's potentially getting cancelled then?" He's like, "No." I said, "I'll just drop you a link to my channel here. Here's a video."
Right, here you go. I've delivered it for you. I made this video for you. Exactly. Yeah, the community is incredible. Everyone on Twitter, everyone in the chat. I love seeing all the same people. It's amazing. It's amazing. It always feels so good. So again, if you're new here, consider subscribing. At least leave a like. And please check out Ion. His link is in the description below there in the description. Go check him out, subscribe, leave him a like, leave him a subscribe, and like and subscribe. And even like and subscribe. But listen, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Peace.